the context of a 40-year-old citizenship by investment program, the government of St. Kitts and Nevis is now moving to establish a statutory body out of the Citizenship by Investment Unit. Making a statement in the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis on 26 March 2024, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, Minister with responsibility for the CBI program, commented on the move at the institution of a due diligence international unit that will be based in Europe but under the Ministry of National Security. A statutory entity will be subject to greater transparency and accountability in its operations, according to Dr. Drew.
There is a need for the CIU to have independent, professional management, operations, and high-performing staff. There is a need for the CIU to become a body corporate with an even more robust board of governors who report to the minister with responsibility for citizenship. Success stories in this model have been the St. Kitts and Nevis Tourism Authority and SCASPA, Madam Speaker, and therefore this type of arrangement is not new to us. The bill also allows the CIU to collect money to manage its own affairs through the relevant administrative fees, while the bulk of the CBI revenue is still paid into the Consolidated Fund for Management by the Federal Ministry of Finance. We are in the final stages of setting up the continuing international due diligence unit within the Ministry of National Security. Continuing international due diligence unit within the Ministry of National Security. Madam Speaker, this is fundamentally important. This is the next generation type of policy that we are introducing. St. Kitts and Nevis is introducing. So this due diligence unit within the Ministry of National Security will make sure to act as a vigilant and proactive entity, employing intelligence gathering, analysis, and collaboration to mitigate risks associated with the continued operation of our CBI program, Madam Speaker.
According to Dr. Drew, the due diligence unit is likely to be based in the city of Brussels. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
The Nevis Water Department worked assiduously over a 2-day period to install a new pump in the well at Fothergill's main pump station to restore water to residents in the parishes of St. John's and St. George's. On Monday, March 25th, Minister with responsibility for water services in the Nevis Island Administration, Spencer Brand, and his team from the Nevis Water Department were on site in Fothergill's, where the repair crew was moving at a rapid pace to get the well back online.
I want to once again waive the indulgence of the general public for this inconvenience. And I want to also say to the general public that we are working as assiduously as we possibly can to make sure that we have water in your various homes and businesses as quickly as possible. We are expecting that the water should be back online during the course of the day, into the early evening. And I really want to appeal to the people of Nevis to bear with us. I want to thank Mr. Clishawn Wilson and his team here. Also Mr. Robinson, who would have also lent some valuable support and advice in this process. I want to say to Mr. Wilson and his team that we are indeed grateful for the tireless work that they have been putting in here at the Fothergill's pumping station. We are expecting that once this is completed, once this exercise is completed, we should be back to near normal during the course of the evening and going into tomorrow.
The failed pump at Fothergill's caused an outage which affected areas in St. George's and St. John's parishes. It resulted in residents experiencing low water pressure to no water periodically from Sunday, March 24th to Monday, March 25th. Affected areas included Fothergill's, River Path, Golden Rock, Fenton Hill, New River, Hickman's, Brown Hill, Prospect, Brown Pasture, Cherry Garden, Upper Stony Grove, Cole Hill, Pond Hill, and Upper Hamilton. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
So the reason I love the cable, the prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
It's the event of the year when Gospel Outreach Ministries present Jesus Party Sunset Cruise on Sunday, March 31st at 5 p.m. on the Prince Devontae J, featuring M1, Roots Gospel Band, and Tehila. Tickets $60. Call 663-1528 to purchase your tickets. It's the Jesus Party Sunset Cruise, March 31st on the Prince Devontae J, leaving the marina at 5 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Just in the city. Just in the city. In the city. Just in the city.
Construction of a solar desalination plant, courtesy the assistance from the United Arab Emirates and its Caribbean Renewable Energy Fund, recently begun on Nevis, according to Minister Spencer Brand, who addressed the Nevis Island Assembly in its sitting of 26 March 2024. Brand also disclosed that there was a successful tender for the drilling of water wells on Nevis based on studies that were completed last year. Successful implementation from both projects would significantly enhance the supply of water on Nevis, the minister explained during the NIA sitting.
And we are anticipating, Madam President, in a few months that we will see an additional injection of some 76,000 gallons of desalinated water into the system, and that would be over a 24-hour period, Madam President. 76,000 gallons sounds small. But, Madam President, it will go some ways to ensure that we can expand our sources of water here on the island of Nevis. And, Madam President, this has been a project around since 2017, Madam President. It has taken some time. It has taken some time, Madam President, and I am indeed delighted to see that it is now entering in the construction phase, and we are hoping that in a few months we will have this new source of water in the system.
Minister Brand informed the Assembly of the outcome of the tendering process for the drilling of new wells on Nevis.
Would have invited bids from Trans Global Engineering Limited on St. Kitts, X04 from St. Martin, Zygon Fuss Drilling Incorporated in the United States of America, Jamaica Wells and Services Limited in Jamaica, and Water and Oil Well Services Company Limited in Trinidad. Madam President, I am happy to report that the Nevis Island Administration would have awarded this contract to Water and Oil Well Services Company Limited out of Trinidad after much deliberation and much negotiation, Madam President. I am expecting, Madam President, that this contract will be signed this week. This week. And as soon as the contract is signed, Madam President, Water and Oil Well Services Company Limited will mobilize and will commence drilling here on the island of Nevis. Madam President, I want to say as well that this is a very important drilling contract here on the island of Nevis. because on completion, we are expecting to see over 1 million gallons, Madam President, of additional water placed online here on the island of Nevis. And we are hoping, Madam President, that that will be achieved in very short order.
Rand said the drilling of water is based on the results of a 2023 geotechnical study of underground water resources on Nevis. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Over the course of 8 days, from March 18th to 25th, St. Kitts and Nevis experienced additional support in healthcare services thanks to the United States Air Force Southern Command Lesser Antilles Medical Assistance Team LAMAT mission. This initiative featured medical professionals from the U.S. providing specialized medical services in areas such as general surgery, ophthalmology, dental care, and audiology to the Federation's patients and medical personnel. The Republic of China Taiwan was a key partner of the mission, deploying medical professionals to support the U.S. team. Senior Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas said that collaboration between the medical teams from the United States and Taiwan with local healthcare providers was seamless, providing a model for future healthcare missions and international cooperation. He expressed gratitude towards the governments of the United States of America and the Republic of China Taiwan for their contributions, which have set a high standard for healthcare provision in the Federation. From March 17th to the 25th, the LAMAT 2024 mission, in collaboration with the Taiwanese medical professionals and local health officials, provided comprehensive care to a total of 265 accident and emergency A&E patients. In addition, 251 individuals received primary care services, while 344 patients benefited from dental care. The mission also conducted 136 audiology assessments, which included screenings for 8 newborns and undertook 24 surgical procedures. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
So the reason I love the cable, the prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
It's the event of the year when Gospel Outreach Ministries present Jesus Party Sunset Cruise on Sunday, March 31st at 5 p.m. on the Prince Devontae J, featuring M1, Roots Gospel Band, and Tehila. Tickets $60. Call 663-1528 to purchase your tickets. It's the Jesus Party Sunset Cruise, March 31st on the Prince Devontae J, leaving the marina at 5 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Just in the city. Just in the city. In the city. Just in the city.